Hey everyone, it's Amanda here with your November 2019 RuneScope. Big announcement this month. As of mid-December, RuneScopes will be going on an indefinite hiatus. So, yeah, my full-time gig has just gotten to be a little too much to try to balance making the videos and private sessions and all of that stuff. So, yeah, there will not be any more videos starting in 2020, and I will also no longer be offering private sessions until after mid-December. So if you've always wanted to get a session with me and you never have, it's now or never. I'll do my best to accommodate everyone, but it is, you know, first come, first serve for the 30-minute Skype session. So drop me an email if you want to set those up. Get them before they're gone, get them while they're hot. I did want to let you know also next month, instead of a December RuneScope, I'll be posting your 2020 RuneScope. It'll be the same format, but I will just be looking at the full year instead of 1 month. So that at least you'll have that here on YouTube and you can refer back to it throughout 2020. This month's spiritual guidance will also be the final thing that I post over on my Vimeo channel. I am not going to renew that in February, so it will go away at February 2020. But again, all of that content will be outdated as of then. This will be the last thing posted over there. So just wanted to give you a heads up about that, so you won't be like, oh, you know, that my spiritual guidance from February 2017 went away. Yeah, all of that stuff will be gone. So just wanted to let you know about that. I think that's it. Yeah, this is just something I had to do. I have to kind of, you know, turn my attention to other things now. It's just time. So we'll talk about it a little bit more in the 2020 RuneScope next month. But this month, let's turn our focus to November. I will be using, in conjunction with our runes, the Golden Tarot by Cat Black. There are 2 videos. I think it's Scorpio and Cancer that I use the Oswald Worth Tarot, for those of you that are interested in that. But it was just too hard to shuffle because it's a brand new deck. So I've got to break this one in a little bit more because it was seriously like hurting my hands. So I had to switch. So if you notice that there's a different deck in those 2 readings, that's why. Then, as I said, be sure to join me for our last, at least for a while, hey, I never say never, but our last spiritual guidance reading from the Wisdom of the Oracle divination cards. This is by Colette Baron Reed. If you don't have time to learn the tarot, you know, don't want to learn how to read runes, but you need something to kind of check in and read for yourself, I highly recommend this deck. It is the best oracle deck I've ever used. It's not all airy-fairy rainbows and butterflies and that kind of BS. It's like it actually has like real world wisdom, practical advice for you. So if you are looking for stuff you can actually use and you want to read for yourself, but again, maybe don't have time to go into the study that it would take to learn the entire tarot system, then I highly recommend this deck if you just need a way to get some quick, concise, practical answers. So, and I'll try to remember to put a link to it below in the description box with everything else. But I think that covers it for now. But let's jump in and see what November holds for all of you. Hey Leo, let's get your rune cast and see what's going on with Leo, November 2019. Leos. As always, Leo, keep in mind these are general readings, so not all of these messages will be for you. Gotta give some messages to the other Leos that are watching too. If you would like something far more specific, you can schedule private sessions while they're available. If you don't know what I mean by that, check out the intro. It's where all the information always is. You can check out the video for your rising sign as well, though, to get a more general view. Often months you'll probably find that that's more specific anyway. But in general, we're going to start in the present, so end of October going into early November. Got the Hanged Man in your present here. So it looks like someone, it could be you, it could be someone else, is taking time out to recover, to think about things. The Hanged Man is a period of suspension and just kind of a period of inactivity, because it's pretty evident in the image, It's also about seeing things from a new perspective, or attempting to. It's very hard for people, everyone, it's part of the human condition, to see things from someone else's point of view. We're so stuck in our own head, our own beliefs, our own dogma, the world according to us, that it can be difficult. But the people who try to see things from other people's perspective are the good people. But so you may be trying to figure out why someone did something that was, because this rune is about being taken advantage of, feeling used, feeling hurt. So trying to figure out why someone said something, why someone did something. Again, this is a general reading. The energies can always work both ways. So perhaps someone is saying something that you said or did hurt their feelings, Leo, or they feel used and abused by you. So have to put it out there. It can work either way. So we do have Mercury retrograde in November, as I've been telling all the signs, for most of the month. So, there could have been, there could be an argument, a disagreement, some kind of misunderstanding. For some of you, for others of you, this could be something bigger going on. Again, in a general reading, the intensity is going to vary. So one person, it could be a very difficult obstacle, challenge that they're dealing with, a very hurtful circumstance. And for others of you, it could just be an argument, a minor tiff, so you have to kind of see when this starts playing out, where it's coming from. But because it's at the top of the month and it already seems to be happening or evident at the beginning of the month, I would say it maybe even started in October here, Leo. So many of you may know what I'm talking about already. The challenge or focus for you in the month of November, we've got the King of Wands in reverse. So this could be you, Leo, some of you. For others of you, it's going to be another fire sign, Aries, Sag, or Leo. That's what he looks like in the upright. He could be a female too for some of you in the general readings. For some of you it'll be male, for some of you it'll be a female person. I feel like for many of you, this is who has disappointed you. This is somebody who's let you down. And it could be because they've met this new group of people, or because they're spending time with this new group of people. So it could be, even though a king is normally, a more mature person, he's in the reverse. So this could be somebody who's exhibiting behavior of a more immature energy, or it could be one of your children if you have fire sign kids. So they could be hanging out with the wrong people, or but most people are less easily influenced as adults, but then some people always are easily influenced by whoever they're hanging around. But so this new group of people or these individuals could be kind of taking them in a new direction that you don't like, or influencing them in a way that, maybe they're not devoting enough time to you, Leo. You do need a lot of time and attention, especially if this is your partner. So you're kind of selfish about the attention of your partner. You can't. Some of you can be, not all of you. Again, I try not to paint with a very broad brush, because I know Leos who are not like that. But so and it is important that everybody, yourself included, have other relationships outside of just your marriage partner, your boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, because then the relationship is secure, right? It's all about trust. If you don't have trust, the relationship is shot. There's no point in even being in one if you don't trust the person you're with. So But yeah, there may be some issues coming up around that. This could also be your energy though for some of you Leos, and you're disappointed in yourself. Maybe you slipped up, you made a mistake, we all do it. Maybe something's happened and you've let someone down who's close to you. This feels like a romantic partner for a lot of you, but it does not have to be. I don't think it's going to be for all of you. For some of you, it could be just a family member, a close friend. But yeah, there's a new influence or a new group, or for some of you who could be influencing you, trying to help you see things from this new perspective, right? For some of you, this could be like a church group, so that came up for someone else. I can't remember which other sign got that, but yeah, or maybe just a group in the spiritual community. Maybe you've been taking classes or seminars or studying something, or maybe it's a yoga class and you've met some new friends in there, but it's like it's opening your eyes maybe to seeing more clearly the other people in your life who are outside of that group, right? So your challenge is maybe to acknowledge, okay, this person lets me down. This person doesn't follow through. Because that's another trait of this energy, is somebody who doesn't follow through. They don't stick to their commitments. They make promises they can't keep. Also can be quite a temper when they don't get their way. So yeah, your challenge could be another person who is just kind of distributing more of the negative fire sign energies, Leo, or it could be you, where you're just, you've let someone down. But I still feel like you have support. Even if you're the one who's made a mistake, I feel like you've got this group, or and maybe it's your family, or your kids or whatever, that, they're supporting you and standing behind you. So you're not going to be alone. But yeah, it does seem like people are trying to help you or get you to see things from another perspective. The help that's going to be available in November, got the 10 of Cups in reverse. Still a good card, even in reverse. But here's what it looks like in the upright. So there's something that's not quite complete when it comes to home, contentment, family. This card has a lot to do with family celebrations. For some of you, this could be, we do have a holiday in November. We have a lot of people celebrating Thanksgiving here in the States during the month of November. So, I mean, it is going to maybe help you to maybe just accept that it's not, if you're hosting the event or the holiday at your house, or you're going to a Thanksgiving dinner with your spouse, maybe to your spouses, your in-laws, or it's not going to be maybe the perfect way that you envisioned it, but there's a reason for that, and it's going to be a lucky reason. There's some reason why you have to go where you end up going, why what happens, and it's actually leading to a breakthrough. A lucky break, actually. So, for others of you, I think what this card is saying is just like, yeah, things may not be perfect now, but they're not supposed to be. The perfection is in the imperfection. Right? Where it's all, again, we keep going back to this. Like, there's a reason that major arcana, the only major arcana you have in your spread here, is in the center of your reading. The perfection is the imperfection in November, Leo. Things are the way they're supposed to be. So whatever is happening, it's happening to lead you to this lucky break. This rune can often talk about being in the right place at the right time. It talks a lot about timing, actually. So whatever is happening, it's precisely the right moment, and it doesn't always feel that way to us, because a lot of things happen that we don't want to happen, but it's all part of a bigger picture that you may not be able to see from where you're at in November. So yeah, it is kind of like maybe just take a break striving for perfection, Leo, in the month of November. Because perfection doesn't exist on this plane. We can't have it. Striving for it is basically just, choosing to live in a stressful energy your entire life. Not to say you can't take pride in your work or your home or any projects that you're working on or things that you want to do, but it's always going to be a little bit flawed, and that's what makes it unique. So, interesting. Others of you, there may just be a slight delay. Something maybe you started in October, or this whole thing that you're dealing with that maybe started in October, and this disappointment or feeling upset about something or having upset someone else, it's going to get back to the 10. It's just a November, it's a little bit upside down, but it'll get back to, for many of you, what it was before. If it was good before, and this is just a minor glitch or hiccup. Again, a general reading. So if it was more intense or something more serious, that's going to vary from person to person. But yeah, what must be accepted? We got the 5 of Wands. So this is conflict, but I mean, it's not, in most cases, again, it's just petty bickering. It's just someone's being petty, or maybe both people are being petty. Arguments, disagreements, someone trying to get their way. That keeps coming up, and it could be you and it could be the other person, or it could be both of you. It's like you're both saying my way or the highway here, and kind of digging in your heels. But yeah, again, try to get outside of this and be like, this is silly. This is like, this is like a play fight. I mean, there are so many more important things to think about, or that I could be doing instead of arguing with this person or arguing with the family, or, So, I mean, and it could be that somebody just says the wrong thing at Thanksgiving dinner, and we always have that moment where we can decide, okay, I can let that slide. And maybe talk to like-minded family members about it later, or, I can, grab my rod here and fight back. And go after this person. But, so yeah, I would say just take a moment. Most of us know who the challenging person at the table is going to be, or what's going to come up with, the possible scenarios. So, for the sake of everyone else and even your own enjoyment, it may be better, even if you're fuming for a little bit, step outside, leave the room, go for a drive, go for a walk, just go in the other room, whatever you need to do to kind of bring it on back around to center is going to be helpful. But I mean, even if you're not involved though, this is the what must be accepted. So this tells me that, I mean, even if you don't say something, someone else might, Leo. I mean, because this is external and you don't have control over the other people around you. So yeah, there could be some arguing and bickering and disagreements. If you are married, I mean, there could be like you don't want to go to their house, or your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, whatever, maybe like, I'm not going to your families this year. I can't deal with it, Or maybe they just want a year off, or, and maybe that's what causes, this issue at home, or this little petty argument. It may be very important to you, but, maybe they are just not feeling it this year. And if it's the first year they've missed, I don't know. It depends on how important it is to you, right? If you're really close with your family and you see them a lot, they may be like, well, we can go see them next Wednesday or something, Why do it, it's not that big of a deal. So the outcome of the month, got the Three of Coins in reverse. This card has been showing up all different ways for lots of different signs. Here's what it looks like in the upright. So yeah, this is a lack of cooperation. It's just like people will not, you know, work with you. They're not going to go along with your plan in November, Leo, at least not, you know, the first 3 weeks with that Mercury retrograde, because that's going to exacerbate all of these types of energies. It just, confusion runs rampant anyway during that time. So, and arguments and things like that are far more likely anyway. So yeah, I think just kind of accept that people aren't going to work with you. They're not going to follow your agenda. You're going to kind of be on your own when it comes to making plans or doing things that you want to do, or but I feel like this is going to be a surprise to you. Like you don't, you know, you're not like, I can't believe you're not going to go to dinner with me, you know, to the family dinner with me, or you know, there could be something about secrets coming out that are making you feel like you are, like that's why people aren't cooperating with you, or that's why, like there's some sort of hidden stuff going on, or gossip, or, you know, so there could be something coming out that alienates people, or you could be kind of hibernating yourself because of something that comes out. Again, it's going to depend on which way this is working. Like if you cheated or have deceived someone in some way, that could come out in November, Leo, with the Mercury retrograde and these runes specifically, because it does look like someone's disappointed in someone. It's either someone disappointed in you or you being disappointed in someone else. It doesn't have to be cheating or anything like that, but it's just, it is some sort of letdown or promise that's been broken, or vow that's been broken, or sometimes we put expectations on people and they're not even aware of them though. So, I mean, make sure it's not maybe an unknown expectation that maybe you just thought the other person, like it was an understanding, like a silent mutual agreement or something, but they were unaware of it. So again, perspective. Is this something they know about? Is this something you've talked about? That they know this is, you expect this from them, whoever this person is. Again, who it is will be different to all of you as well. But so yeah, I think you may be, at least towards the end of the month here, Leo, just kind of like hiding out. I don't feel like you want to deal with people because you're just finding everybody's energy very frustrating. You're going to go it alone because it's like, you know, nobody's going to help me out anyway. They don't like my idea, or they don't want to do what I want to do. They don't want to do it my way. Because of some kind of skeleton coming out of the closet or secret. So you may feel like other people are ignoring you, or that they don't want to interact with you, or you could just not want to have to deal with. I'm feeling like some of you may be embarrassed that something has happened, or maybe embarrassment from something that happens at the holiday dinner here. So, but this is temporary, Leo. Remember, it's all about perspective. The most helpful way to use these readings is to take what everything we've talked about here, and then just have that in your head all through the month. And if you feel something similar to these situations, oh, here it comes, you know, you feel it creeping up. You know, and for some of you, all of this could be at the end of the month, right? Or at Thanksgiving dinner, or, you know, November 30th or something. So just keep these things in mind, you know, maybe rewatch the video in the middle of the month or something, just to kind of remind yourself, or maybe before Thanksgiving, or before these situations that you think are fitting this puzzle here, just to kind of have that in your head and kind of be like, okay, I gotta walk out, I gotta go drive, I gotta, you know, I gotta get out of here. But yeah, there could be some secrets coming out about, you know, and it doesn't necessarily have to be about you, Leo. Again, this could be about other people. And it's just like, you're like, oh man, I gotta go process this. I can't deal with that. So I'm not seeing an explosive Thanksgiving, Leo, but I am seeing perhaps some bickering amongst others. So, I mean, whoever is maybe the mediator in your family, you may want to have them on the watch. Just kind of put a bug in their ear. But yeah, others of you, if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, this seems to be someone close to you who has disappointed you. And like you may need, you're trying maybe to figure out why they've done what they did, but you need a break. You need some time to kind of take a time out and think about it. You may not be in the mood to socialize or talk, at least not to this person for a while. But let's jump over to Vimeo. I'm going to shuffle our Wisdom of the Oracle deck for our last spiritual guidance reading, at least for a while. Again, check the intro if you don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that link is below to the Vimeo channel. I want to see what further wisdom they can give us for how you can deal with these energies in the month of November. It will definitely prove helpful. I'll see you over there, and we'll talk next month, Leo. Thanks for stopping by.